the Elden Ring videos. I was hoping that they would be successful, and boy, did they
Hello,
ever.
guys. Welcome back to another live stream. Today, in this live stream, I'm just gonna be asleep for a long time, and as soon as I wake up, the stream will end. So, I hope you enjoy if you have time. uh, for the amount of time that you have, I hope you enjoy seeing me sleep. uh, I'll see you guys in a few hours. Okay. Alright. I'm about to go to sleep. Okay.
And then I went in and I watched some of the stuff just to kind of guess if I was right in an article in the Discord that was asking questions, just to see if I was right or wrong. So a lot of the stuff that you commented on, I already sort of knew after the fact, but it was really, really awesome to uncover a lot of the lore based on your very thorough and detailed comments. So thank you so much for writing those really, really long lore bits. And while I did get spoiled for the promised consort for that whole like Radahn thing, I actually didn't know that Radahn is it's actually Mog's body with the soul of Radahn in it. I didn't know that. I had only seen a picture of Radahn, like sort of holding the things, and I was like, oh fuck. And then I obviously had seen people talk about Radahn, the promised consort, but I didn't actually know the middle section with Mikla. So that was really exciting for me because I saw some comments that were like, well, surely, but so I had no idea. All of the things that you saw were all completely non-related to, besides Mesmer, Radahn, and the dancing lion, which I obviously had seen from the trailers that we talked about together in those videos. Those were the only things that I had any inkling about. So yeah, thanks, potatoes. So what I wanted to do here today is multi-pronged. We're gonna listen to the whole soundtrack, so you're gonna get one giant reaction video for all the stuff I haven't listened to. So I haven't listened to uh, anything. I haven't listened to anything from that wasn't a lost theme. I have not listened to, and the reason why I didn't do the Mother of Fingers is because I saw what she looked like and I saw her combat out of sheer curiosity, and so to spare any disingenuousness, I decided to not film it. So we'll listen to that together and then watch the videos. So we're gonna watch the videos first, and then talk a little bit about some of the pieces that I've already covered on the channel. And I'm really excited to. There's also an Elden Ring OST video I saw popped up today, which is really cool. Chances of me playing Shadow of the Erdtree are pretty low because honestly I'm in a non-rage moment of my life with Final Fantasy 14 and thank you for that for Final Fantasy 14 and ZCC. So I'm very busy. So just the things that are not that are reactions are everything but the stuff you've seen on the channel and on the Mother of Fingers that I haven't watched. All right, so that's enough talk. Uh,
Can we talk about last night?
talk about what?
They finished.
Would you like to see me? Also, Chowitaria. Chowitaria. All right. Hope you're doing great. Let's start up. I guess I'll do. We're going to listen to literally everything. So let's start up with the gravesite plane. These are the Yuka Kitamura pieces. And actually, I'm going to try to reach out to her and maybe see. Thanks for subscribing. Um, I have 700 hours in Final Fantasy 14, so that's sort of my. I have not listened to Sky Retreat. I just explained it. Anything that I have not everything that's not on the channel, I haven't listened to. Um, I'm gonna try to get Yuka Kitamura to come on for an interview. I don't know if she'll be watching or me be able to, but yeah, I'm eager to see if she'll want to come on. I have not done Pinterest at night. We're gonna do it right now. All right, let's listen to Gravesite Plane. Hopefully, that's that's Moglor of Blood. Right there, that little lick there, that's Moglor of Blood. The tremolo on the strings here is low piano like that. The hints to Mog are fascinating because this must be as we enter into the Shadow Realm, right? That's a. I'm gonna pause and see parentheses. It's interesting kind of propulsion that's happening here. That with these tracks, I like to pause it halfway, so you have like two distinct sections to talk about. That seems like a good place to pause right there. So what I find really interesting about this is the sense that there's a really subtle forward propulsion in there, which you can kind of hear in the tremolo of the strings. The tremolo of the strings is the thing that's driving us forward. So I also really appreciate the callback to Mog because this must be, again, this is not something I've heard or seen. This must be the entry point as I assume well, you tell me, I assume that we enter into the, well, actually, how do we enter into this DLC? I know you kill Mog, and then do you just walk into where Nicola with the hand out? Okay, you touch the withered arm. Okay, so that's why we hear the echo of Mog Lord of Blood, right? So you hear the right. So that's what we hear there, and it's really interesting because there's a sense of, again, just let me go into singer sort of like creative, like artistic brain. So as you touch the arm, right, it's almost like you're like transported, but there's a bit of hesitation in that music. So even though it's forward moving, especially I'm stuck at 148, so I'll just keep tabs on it. So right around here when we first start.
Struggling with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor about number one prescribed Entyvio, offering two maintenance options, including the Entyvio pen. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. PML, a rare, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, or are prone to infections. Liver problems can occur. Entyvio, relief, remission, relief.
You get a little bit of distant choir, which is really funny. And actually, now that I'm thinking about that, the distant choir also could be connected to the river, where we find Mog. You know, the place with the stars. Forgive me for not remembering the name. It's Siofra. Siofra. Um, that's something that we hear in that. So we're getting hints of where we are, and then the forward propulsion. We also have a natural crescendo here. So we're naturally building to reaching out and touching this arm, right? Which is pretty cool. But you hear how this is actually forward momentum in the strings. Right. It's also interesting that we like pull all the way back and push forward again. In a way, it sounds like tuning. You know how the orchestra tunes before we start? Everybody comes out, the violinist comes out, and well, the oboe starts, and we tune at A440, so the whole orchestra's in tune. In a way, this feels like we're tuning, we're preparing for launching into the new world that we're entering into, which is really, really interesting too. Also, this is the official OST, by the way. Notice the crescendos here. I find it interesting that there's a pause. There's a pause here in a second. Yeah, almost like a two-phaser, just like we have with the battle themes and stuff. Yes, A440 is the comment that says. So the bell symbolizes a new beginning, a new phase almost. But we're still sort of in preemptive base here. This is the official DLC listing from the PlayStation. It's outside. In a way, it's more dangerous than the more dangerous than the soundscape that we get from the original, the base game, where we sort of just have this sort of like moaning essence to it. You know, this really feels, especially with the strings, a sense of terror, of a harsh, oops, I'm so sorry, a harsh inviting. Certainly tension, because when strings do this tremolo thing that you hear underneath, that's a really pronounced sense of dread and fear. Especially the lower notes on the piano like that. Gravesite. It feels like boiling water. It's pretty cool. The cello classic keyboard sounds. And what is that? That's just two notes. Three notes. That just repeats. So it's four notes. Simple, simple, simple. But actually, I'm so sorry to stop. I'll probably run out of steam, so I don't want to talk too much. But one of the things I want to really provide you with a lot of that later, because this is really, really important stuff. But there's something, like the music of this game is actually more important than we probably even realize. It's so vitally important to the landscape, but well, literally in this case. But listen to how we have and I want you to think. In fact, why don't you drop in the comments? What does this four note phrase? Uh, what do you think of when you listen to this four note phrase? Let's make this a music class. And I never wanted to teach music, but here I am. Think about what this means to you. In comes the strings, cello. Listen to this melody. What is that? What is that? There's no wrong answer, and I know you've seen what the gravesite night looks like. But what if we don't see it? What does it feel like to you? What does it mean to you? How do you feel about it? What does it make you think of? Sadness, sad reverence, antagonist motif from cinema, funeral. It feels like you're not welcome. It feels scared, despair. It does have a despair tone to it, doesn't it? Abandonment, yeah, mourning, loss, yeah. There's so many of the similar regret, death, desolation. I'm seeing that a lot. Yeah, despair, slower version, yeah, for sure. Mourning for the land, not for us. Like we go on into the desolate place, somber, mourning. 1,000,000%. Pretty quiet, dignified, desolation out there. Right. So we're all kind of on the same track, and all of you, I'm assuming you've seen this. But it's really interesting how a simple four note phrase is really, really palpable, because what is it? It's just doesn't go up more, which is a different quality when it goes right? There's an emptiness in it, especially because we're only using the cello. You know what I mean? It's really, really neat. The cello is such a huge sounding instrument, and so it gives us a sensation of being like completely alone with the wind gently blowing. It feels like you know how anxiety is like a cool rain that sort of falls over top of us, but this feels like a heavy pressing against our chest quality. Hopefully that wasn't too cringy. You enjoyed that. That's really fun. We should do that more of these things, especially because we have a lot of back and forth together since I've done all this on my own. We get to do this together. So Graveside Queen at Night still. I got this from Steam. This is the deluxe edition. Hey Sam. And we're still getting the bubbling boiling over with a little bit of choir, big open choir. Nice reset with this. It's interesting how the church bell resets the whole thing. What is a cellist? It's a person who plays the cello. The cello is a string instrument. The lower piano is so stark. There's no stupid questions, by the way, so if you have musical questions, please ask them. Someone in the chat or I will answer. I love the subtle use of the sopranos in the background. Right. There's actually a really slow growth in your music. We hear a bit of a crescendo, but it's really, really dialed back. What's music? I like that we reiterate this sort of weird motif out of the low piano starting. The male choir coming in. That's my favorite from Songbox. Probably Luther. Probably Luther. Not my right. Do you find this music to be boring because it's slow? Or do you find it like listening to it out of context? It's obviously in context. You're riding a horse or touring or you're what's your perspective on music like this? That's sort of very absolutely. It's not stagnant at all. It's not stagnant at all. I find it interesting that there's a little bit of a stacking here, so we get a mix of sound quality. So we get a little bit of the highs and the strings, and a little bit of the lows. And the cello, for those of you who don't know, the cello is the middle of the string instruments. We have the violin, the viola, the cello, and the bass. Okay, so it's really cool. All right, Belurat Towers. Someone had asked me. There were some folks on my comments that had asked for this. So I'm actually intrigued to hear this. interesting doubling of the lower men down there. That's pretty cool. It's like being in a place of worship. It's like witnessing a god or something, but like the god is asleep. The stinging there of the little like percussion cymbal. It's pretty interesting. A little bit of dissonance in the upper strings there. It's very beautiful. The first word that comes to mind is stark, which is true because it's not really complex per se. And a lot of these tracks, I don't know if you watched my previous video on Elden Ring right before the DLC came out, which is a little bit bad timing, but it was called Is the Music of Elden Ring Actually Good? I think that's what we were titling it. And in that video, I went through basically most of the tracks from Elden Ring and sort of talked about them. And a lot of the ambient tracks are really interesting because all of them follow a similar pattern to these. This has not really changed. And we mentioned whether or not the track is boring. And I think that these are really hard to listen to out of context. If I'm honest with you, these are challenging. Not because they're boring, because they don't necessarily. One of the things that I find interesting about this, and if you think about it, Elden Ring is the first of the FromSoft games, give or take, to really feature music like not in a boss situation. So what we end up getting is we really get a lot of ebb flowing of the tide. So the ebb, so the tide comes in, the tide comes out, and that's very similar to the base game, I would say. These two pieces are beautiful and certainly very haunting, and Belgrat especially has a real feeling of personality in there. Um, but yeah, what do you think of Belgrat? Like, what is the one word that comes to your mind when you hear Belgrat? Uh, because to me, I hear godly, but like a sleeping god. I'm curious to hear. That was not one word, but desecration, rare. Dissonance is when two or more voices don't come together well. That's true. That's when they're slightly off. As far as I recall, there's no esteem, lost glory, ruin, ancient, pride. All of it makes sense. It makes sense to me. Somewhat scared. Empty church, faded. Divinity, yes, with the lower men in there as well. Broken beauty, religion, scourge, yeah. Ashes of a civilization, so desecration. Music helps to fell the area sometimes right now because I'm weak. This feeling alone it needs to be sometimes somber, abandoned. Have I played the DLC? No. Reaching hard boss lore. Divinity broken pride. Broken beauty. Yes, sure. It's cool. You know, this is a really good. I know all of you've seen this, but it's a really cool. It's a really cool thing that I would love for you to apply to other soundtracks that you love. Um, Listen to this stuff out of context, what before or after. Sometimes before, sometimes after. I like to listen to things before I would experience them in game because then in game it's like, you know, it's like so cool. But I want you to like really your homework, if you're willing to. There's no there's no extra credit. But it would be amazing if you would go and listen to some of these tracks on your own and really think about what the song represents to you. You know what I mean? And really hear it and really allow it to sort of wash over you and try to figure out some of the reasoning why you feel the way you feel. I think it's really incredible. That's how we practice our musical literacy. That's how we practice listening and interpreting because so much of music, well, now in video games context does matter. And I know I've sort of recounted on this recanted. I've backed up away from this idea that context doesn't matter because that's sort of stupid. From my perspective, music is everything, right? And like music is such a vital component, and listening to it out of context is really valuable because that's where we hear all the little intricacies and we connect our emotions to it. And then when we hear it in context, then it hits us harder because we've already established our own preconceived context, and then to see it, it will either be better or worse depending on the sort of experience. But I would love for you to take some time out and listen to some of these tracks on your own if you haven't yet, and think about how it makes you feel. And that'd be really cool to do. There are a lot of contemplation things that you can do that are really fun and don't really mean anything. It's just the feel. Ruin Forge, Tokusawa. Let's see if we have more ebb and flow in this track as well. We have a nice big crescendo. We have low instruments, right? The forge. Did you hear the clanging back there? I was talking, but tremolo. See, we do have ebb and flow. You hear how we have, right? It's more ebb and flow. So you know what's really interesting? What's happening here? We're doing this thing called they're doing this thing called a caesura. And what a caesura means is we are stopping. We are stopping, and then we're resetting. So what happens is we are like this. It's railroad tracks. And the railroad track. Chad? Can you give me like 5 minutes? I have an audition to do. Let's keep listening to the Ruin Forge. I'm sorry about losing my train of thought there. Super long bowlings there. That's interesting. The clanging is really interesting when we use sound effects. So obviously it's called Ruin Forge, but you actually do hear the hollowness of that soundscape. So what's really interesting to me is that because of the openness in those chords, and because they're played again, we have this wave thing, which is very popular in here in this particular DLC soundtrack will really Elden Ring as well. We have this openness. which makes you feel like you're wandering empty halls or in like a picture big empty space. I've never seen it. But I find that really interesting. Let's listen to. Is this pronounced jail? Gaol. It's got jail. That's very unnerving. This must be one of the. This must be one of the optional dungeons that you can go into. It's like clearly a jail full of maybe skeletons. Maybe it sounds like bats. Some bats almost. Again, there's lots of the wave feature. That sounds like someone dragging like an axe on the ground. Notice how that little accent of the choir. So you're finding out a bad truth. This is where we discover about the jar folks and what they really are, or what's actually inside the jaws. I thought or the jars. Is that just people? Um, what's my ranking of the tracks so far? I'd say Miller Rocks first, Gravesite played at night, Gravesite played from Forged, Catacombs of Shadow. They put the shamans in there? Oh, Mesmer. Mesmer put the shamans in there? Yeah, this is a spoil, beer bunker spoil. The horn set. That's the ones they were. That's right. That's right. No, it's fine. It's fine. That's right. America is a shaman. Horn set. Red War. America sets Vesper down on the horn set. Again, push and pull in that. I don't want to just ignore a track. Push and pull in that with a mix of push and pull with a lot of tension, especially in the tremolo of the strings. Again, lots of tremolo in this. So, it's funny because some of these tracks it would easy to be like, it would be easy to say, well, whatever, you know what I mean? It's not that deep, and truthfully, it isn't that deep. But at the same time, I find it kind of interesting that the push and pull is such a common occurrence in a lot of these interview tracks that they did. So you have to think about that. What's up, Milk? All right, let's listen to Casablances. Again, are you hearing it? More tremolo. The cello is actually propping forward, becoming the dominant instrument. Have you noticed that? Romanas and Castellances. It's getting louder, so we have a natural crescendo here. Now, what a crescendo does in a situation like that, where we're basically sustaining, what we're doing is filtering it with some excitement, because otherwise, if it were to just stay that way, which it did for some of the track, it actually becomes a little boring. And a little musical gesture is just asking or just adding a bit of volume. And a crescendo, for those of you that don't know, is just an increase in volume. Crescendo Italian means to grow. Decrescendo, well, it actually means not to grow, but crescendo is to grow. Decrescendo is to do the opposite. And so we end up getting is a sort of natural. And I'm doing this because when we write a crescendo in a music staff, which I don't have on, it looks like this. That's a crescendo. So you'll see is that. You'll see this symbol over the top of the page. And then if we were to do a decrescendo right after, what do you think it would look like? Well, it would look like this. Right? So the decrescendo, we make that line smaller. There's other things with other annotations, but those are really important and I think helpful to visualize. Okay, so it's not Scadu, but it's Shadu altus. Real leading there on the mid, lower mid there. The big open-throated quality. Really leaning on the heavier elements, the lower and heavier elements. those crescendos and climax. Crescendos and decrescendos really fascinating. Reminds you of Doctor Disrespect. Jesus. Was this the last thing you was listening to? And I don't want to talk about it. Oh, interesting little bouncing there. You feel like yada yada. It's interesting because there's a degree of a melody in here, but it's really subtle. And it's all in the lower string, but it's fragmented in a big way. And again, we're getting that wind quality. But it's all really heavy and low, which I think makes it really. There's a different feeling. There's a different feeling with using lower instruments. It creates a different soundscape than a higher soundscape. You know what I mean? If we just use the upper violins, it would have a more. Well, we are using the violins. Do you hear that though? Yada 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 yada. They're in harmony there. What do you think is more important for a music track? Good question. For it to be mean something or just to share something? Every track should mean something. Recovery. Every track should mean something. Whatever that means, it's to player interpretation, listener's interpretation. It's getting kind of scary because we're dialing up the volume and we're dialing up the sort of. There's a little bit more layering, more dynamic, with more instrumentation coming in, which is causing a sense of what, like somebody's calling over your head almost, and a very faint, almost desire to have a melody in here with this. Right? That wants to be something that isn't. What's the ninth grade sound? Okay, it's very similar in its structure. I do sometimes get a little bit bored when the same stylistic approaches occur. We're hearing a lot of pushing. And the word that keeps coming to my mind is desolate, broken. If we think of shadow, a shadow wouldn't have a bright sound. It would have a dark sound. It would have a sound that is like darkness, a pitch black door where there's no light. But the choir provides a soundscape that is malicious. There's a there's a malignance in the sound. You know, a malignance is something terrible. It's like something against you. Especially with that lower, I guess I suppose that's throat singing. It's actually not throat singing. I think it's just low. brasses, or not that brass, but the strings. It's almost like graphics and probably Vesper soldiers, and what you hear is maybe the moans or the crying out of those dead bodies that are littered over the land, right? And maybe the upper string could be a melody trying to break forward. Maybe that's a semblance of the lands between. You know what I mean? Shadow treatment form the range from the shadow that seems to be connected directly to a person. Shadow. Now this feels sad to me. This feels like, again, we're still getting brokenness. But this actually has prayer. Yada yada. You hear this chanting in the background? This is communion. This is hymns of life. This is praise, adoration. It's subtle, like it's a distant echo of what used to be there. Because there is a melody. This is where Mesmer was kept. Seems to me like America wanted out. So does run so what does Serena get removed in the recycle by Wagner? If you like this, you should absolutely watch. Just look it up on YouTube. You love that shit. Racco's Fury, able to reach God. The Fringe. Really weird. It's like a single blow. Look at that. Look at that. It's one instrument. Now we have two. See again, right? Getting louder. Okay, so this is full. The ebbing and flowing, I think they could have done a little bit more variation here, of course. I mean, it's just basically just mowing the same note forward and backward. There's no vibrato. It's very long. You can even hear the string. You hear it sort of like it's like it's almost uncomfortable because there's no like precision. I mean, there's precision, but there's no like. I mean, I'm not a string expert, but there's no sense of tone almost. It's just it's like right, very interesting. This is a coastal scene. That makes sense. So let's take a quick break from listening to the soundtrack as we've been doing because these are a lot. These are a lot of ambient tracks. And next, what I have planned for us is actually to go over to this, and I'd like for us to watch. We're gonna watch that later, but to watch this. Such a common twin in this classic music. That's pretty cool. I was hoping it would be more documentary level. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, that was pretty interesting. It's so cool to see the actual string instruments play. Some of these tracks sound like MIDI, so okay, that's cool. Stone Coffee Future. The tremolo swells are really interesting. It's like seeing it's like a reveal of something. And that sound quality is one of sadness and loss. It's interesting because the harp, and you're saying so the harp is the representative of Saint Trina, at least what you're saying, because of the way that it actually it is underneath in the background, but it also like it premeditates every beginning of the phrase, and the lower strings. So it's almost like it's intertwined with it. Oh wait, that looks like scissor. Yep. See how now the harp is actually coming through more because the strings are sort of sustaining. Finger movements. And then I'll show you. What I would say is that these last 13 tracks, they're sort of similar and a little bit repetitive, but what's not repetitive to me, well, it is repetitive, but what I find really cool is the constant. I'm not yawning because I'm bored, not because I'm tired, but what this symbolizes is what they've done exceptionally well is the sense of wind blowing through the air. Why is on airplane? Why does it sound like an airplane up back there? So there is a melody at the very top, but what we have underneath is just this constant blowing. Then over top, and a couple touches. But there is, if you really listen to the top, the upper, it actually sounds like there's a plane flying overhead. Missile Woods. Oh, whisper. Man, no thanks. I just made a video called ranking the scariest video game music of all time. Had I known about this piece, I would have put it up. I'll do for part two if it does well. It gave me a little bit of dissonance in there with the two sopranos.
Beef honey nut and Cheerio. Delicious. What?
Ooh, that's almost it's chant. Right? notice that the tremolo on the strings and the it's getting louder. No, it dips down. Here comes the other. Right. You have to hide the bushes to avoid the enemy. Jesus. This really gives a sense of absolute like your own computer. Midra's Nats. This sounds like giving up. It's but the chant is interesting in here too. Oh, listen to the way that the vocals right there. The chant really is like. This feels like there's something not quite right here. There's a little bit of like a twitch. It feels, you know, very. Sounds like someone hitting on pipes. Okay, jagged peak. Bro, I've been really bad about streaming because I've been so busy. I need to actually set a schedule. But I have played the base game. You can see half of my playthrough from Elden Ring itself back 2 years ago. Took me 6 hours to beat Oregon. It almost sounds like purring. the long breaks are really interesting. We're gonna watch the cutscenes today. I look tired. I'll take that as a compliment. It really, if it's the dragon area, you feel sort of like, you know, you feel like the sense of vastness. I mean, you feel a sense of vastness, and also with the way that it is in the low register, it's like, right, there's like almost an element of animalism. Right? Really pretty cool. The mountain has more dragon corpses than you can shake a stick at. Ooh, nothing cool to look at. Ancient ruins of Morale. This episode is pretty great. This one almost feels positive. Let's get a little bit of dissonance. It's so interesting because every track has a little bit of like almost always has some downward movement. This is the area with the blue fields, or with blue flowers. So, ancient ruins of night. It's much, much more scary right away. You get really long goings. I mean, these tracks are all kind of similar, if I'm honest, besides some of the Jagged Peak was different, and again, you always have sound quality there of wind rustling. Do I think I could be in consort for Dawn? Yeah, I could. I don't know. I'm trying to put myself through that pain, you know? If you've ever watched me play Elden Ring or Dark Souls 1, I cringe very easily. Although my next really deep dive video, I think, for FromSoft after all the Elden Ring is going to be Bloodborne again. I've been missing it. I love Bloodborne. Love Bloodborne. I would summon Let Me Solo for sure. And near Eileen is one of the best in German. Guess we're about to find out. Is it bad that ambient tracks are boring? No. Ambient tracks serve a purpose. Ambient tracks, I think, are very hard to listen to out of context. Very hard to listen to out of context. In fact, I don't think they should be listened to out of context, really. But you're right. Nice open throated O. There is a melody there. Ooh, then it takes a turn. You know what it is? It wants to twinkle, especially here. Da, 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 ya, da, da, da. It wants to twinkle with the sun shining. It's almost like there's a really subtle battle occurring with this. There's like antagonistic opposing forces, and I'm picturing above and below sort of clashing. It's weird. Listen to Felix Mendelssohn's Third Symphony. No, Symphony in B flat, final movement. The choir still provides a sense of mysticism. It's just like kind of like reverberating against the walls. But there's dissonance there. Alright, so everyone's been talking to me about Shopping Village. Here's what I know. I know the Shopping Village is where Erica's from. I know that it's going to feature, someone had said, actually one of the comments was like, I don't know why you're so excited about that piece. It's just the Elder Beast theme. But I bet you this is one of those things. I'm going to listen to it. So some of my preconceptions going into this is that if it is the Elden Beast theme, that would be fucking crazy. Because I've read a lot about this now, and I've read that essentially the greater will, it's like unclear. And Elden Beast has been acting on its own basically, and the shamans are confused and a lot of things I've seen. But I'm really intrigued. I actually will want to look this up on YouTube as well. Oh, that's stunning. That's stunning, and you know why? I'm not glazing. What do kids say? I'm not glazing it. I'm not glazing this up. Obviously, you know that the Elden Beast is one of my favorite songs of all time. But check out the way that we have space here. That's fucking genius. That's so genius. Because what you get is right. So there's actually a shit ton of open space, and the open space actually makes it more powerful than if it wasn't with that space. Gotta give me a glizzy. Cause so what do we hear when we hear Elden Beast? This is underneath, right? So that's well, I guess we could say that that's America's prayer, actually. What's really interesting is that this is just it's just the wow. Damn. Let's watch this. Let's see what this looks like. Oh fuck. Birds. You feel the heft, even though it's just the harp. That's so evocative. By only being the harp, we're left with this sense of stillness. And because there's no movement except for nature and all these flowers, it's like going back to a childhood home and seeing how things used to be. It's very heavy. despite being the most angelic. And we should talk about that. This harp is such a frequently used angelic, peaceful instrument. Jesus, that's very powerful stuff. That's really intense, but in such a simple way. Oh, I bet you this is a really good. What are they talking about? Is this how bad the delay is? Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, nice. Nice. Yes. It's a mixed feeling. That's fascinating. So the antagonism here is so palpable, especially when you start it. So the rhythm is really sharp, right? So you know what? There's almost 800, 700 of you in here. I just wanted to reiterate what I did at the very beginning of the stream. You really, those of you that have been watching these Elden Ring videos, and those of you who watch my other videos, I just humbly wanted to say that you've really made the last month just absolutely wonderful. You're positive, enthralled, and joyous, and excited, and grateful, and outgoing comments really, really, really were such wonderful fuel for me. And I humbly and profoundly say thank you for finding value in the music and talking about the music of Elden Ring Shadow of the Air Tree, but also just in general, those of you that have seen my FromSoft videos in general, I'm very, very grateful for the FromSoft Pro community for at large for supporting the channel, supporting me. It really, really just finding value in this music because I'm really, really, really humbly grateful and thank you. It's been I feel very, very, very lucky. Um, if you don't know this, for those of you that maybe are new, I don't know how many of you are new in here, but yeah, I do be glazing. But Elden Ring was actually one of the jump starts for my channel 2 years ago. I started right around the time that Elden Ring first came out, accidentally. So I just humbly just thank you so much for. I'm just so thrilled to have read all of your comments and to have discovered the game's lore and story with you through the music. So really appreciate it. So God dang, dude. All right. Anyway, I'd like to. So what I was talking about, I was glizzing. Excuse me, not glazing. I was glizzing, not glazing. Um, uh, I know that sometimes the FromSoft community can be a little bit spicy, but we've only had the positive folks from the FromSoft community in here, and I do appreciate that. Will I stream it? Probably not. But anyway, so one of the things that I found really interesting about this particular track, since we're analyzing the ones that I haven't done yet, is the rawness of it, and also the fact that, well, so there's a couple different things. Near the end, the rhythm is wild. So you have mixed meter, where the strings are operating in one path, and then you have the low strings, and I'll point it out. Those are operating differently, and those things are opposing forces that really make this dangerous captive very intense and very satisfying to listen to. And then in the beginning, we have this real ferocity. And I pictured like a person in a mask who's like flailing their body and is like, like maybe it's that dragon, the Dragon Knight, maybe. Um, I would like to first of all talk about this and then watch somebody fight it. But like the big slam there, you know what I mean? And it's the rhythm, it's the rhythm that drives the, it's the rhythm that drives the focus of this. You know what I mean? That's the impetus. That's where the emotional stakes are coming from. And I'm really curious, uh, what your emotional perspective of the feeling is while listening to this theme. Wait, there really is a guy with a mask? Bro, I swear to Jesus that I have never seen, I mean, I've seen the Dragon guy, but unless there's somebody else, I have not seen anything about this track. I swear to God, I have not. So it plays for a few. So this is the minor boss track. Okay. Yoda. The Lamenter? He drops a mask. The Dragon guy doesn't use this thing. That's fucking hilarious. Um, Lamenter. Wait, so are these all the bodies of the shaman? Jesus. They had the music turned off. Damn it. Hey, it's BGB and welcome. I have 6 debuffs, and if that debuff gets too sick, laugh maniacally and summon a whole bunch of shit. Oh, there's no music? What the hell am I looking up? AIDS in a second here. Obviously, if you have an A, which doesn't seem to do too much damage, but is annoying as it will stun you. So that's the real one right here. So we're going to keep wailing on it here. I think we have like one debuff or something. I'm not sure if you can even see that looking at the music, but he seems nice. Sorry. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, that's pretty cool. All right, let's keep it going. Let's go to the Death Knight. Wait, is the Death Knight the Dragon Knight? Esoteric has it? Right, I'm sorry, I actually genuinely want to see it. So. Esoteric. What the fuck? There's a. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's a giant fucking bear? Oh, man, I don't. Here it is. They laugh. Yeah. There's a real sense of like constant forward mentality because you're fighting multiple beasts in 1 second. So there's a real intensity, and they're like sickly, and there's an intense feeling of grueling violence. You know what I mean? Oh my god! It's almost like you can't turn, you can't do anything, you can't avoid, you can't protect yourself, you can't do anything. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's check out the Death Knight. Ooh. So what I think really interesting about this first part is that we have there's a split personality element that really comes into play here because you do have this you have an underpinning of classically based writing, right? That's based on Baroque concepts and ideas. So what we end up having is the soundscape of an elegant knight who is sworn to responsibility and to duty. You hear it really in the beginning. Not here. Yeah. Yeah. So you have an instinct of being sworn to responsibility, but on the other hand, you also have this thing that is incapable, like it's lost its humanity, it's lost its sense of being able to to function. It's almost like it has a bloodlust almost, which is pretty interesting. There's a quality here to me of like something that's putrid, I guess, but like a fallen from grace type thing. Um, it's pretty interesting. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's certainly what I hear. Yeah, the second phase, not dissimilarly to male, there's a real sense of well, so I read so there's a sense of lack of control. There's no control anymore, and you do still hear the honor in the sort of this honor guard of Godwin, and you hear it in the trumpets and the trombones and the brass especially. That's really where you get that. But there's no humanity left, and so there's a real violence in the sound. And obviously, it's very classically based violence, so it's not like violence, but it does have a malicious sound quality, and certainly a yeah, dangerous sound quality, and a sound quality of well, I guess soullessness, if that's you know what I mean. Um, so it's pretty interesting. I'd like to see this as well, but I read some of that after I initially made my first impressions of it. Said what I thought. Let me just I want to see. Let me see this looks like. So obviously I'm seeing what the Sky Trio, of course, where you can. Oh, God, Jesus. Happens in phase. I like how in most phase twos of this game, the shackles come off, and there's a renewed moveset, or there's a more enhanced, like, violent moveset. No, not here. Cool. Yeah, I forgot that his face shows up there. Never mind. Forget what I said earlier. Okay. And your Inquisitor. It's like a reveal. A little bit of forward momentum. You know what I'm hearing though? Maybe I'm hearing Hacked. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It doesn't really go anywhere. Even in the first 52. Oh, actually, it moved pretty quickly in those first 52 seconds because it's been 52 seconds. But what's really interesting to me is that it actually feels kind of like, oh, like very heavy, like, like it makes me think of Smog, like sort of like very large and but lumbering almost. An inquisitor, you know, you think of the inquisitor and some like the hunter of religious persecution. You know, you think of the Grand Inquisitor from Don Carlo, or you think of the Grand Inquisition in in Spanish history. So that's the sort of the essence of that, which is really cool. I'm noticing too that the male singers in most of this track, except for the Promised Console, are super low. Fascinating clash there with the cellos and the male voices because the melody. That's a big tonal shift. It's like a desperation in the strings almost. I mean, I hear the protective element of it. I get sighs. I get sighs because of the low strings, but also um, there's just a sound quality that, yeah, even someone mentioned it, but there is a sound quality of protection of the male dominated thing there. It's like a full blown melody, which we really don't hear too much of in these games. What's it called? It's called the Inquisitor, Elder Inquisitor.
In this Shadow the Earth Tree video,
What the fuck? That is some bullshit. What the fuck? Oh man, I would be tilted as fuck. What? It's got Elden Beast moves. That's interesting. Oh god. Rage. She's not very big. Oh, what the fuck? I can't play this, bro. Ew. You can't think twice. Dude, that's some fucking bullshit. That cello is gorgeous, though. I guess you could run at it, yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Half elf? Anyway, that seems like it would tilt the fuck out of me. So what I find really interesting about that is that I do think that there's a quality in there musically, especially with the low men, that gives it the soundscape of like an elder protector. Now I know that you wrote on the chat that that he's protecting Midra, Lord of Frenzy Flame, right? And I know that he's got the sword or the thing that Midra's got in his head, I think. But it's really interesting because the men actually lend themselves to the sound quality of of protection and of support. And it's if you think about it, the male singers are almost like columns or like a shield, which I find really cool. Um, all right, so now we're getting into the part that I've been really looking forward to, and that is watching every cutscene. And boy, is there a lot of them. And then also, so this is the channel that we just watched. This has all the cutscenes. This is Gamer's Little Playground. I'm really excited about this. So we'll also listen to the music of each. Well, these are also the fights. So we'll skip the fights themselves. Well, actually, no, we'll watch the fights, I guess. shit. Holy shit. Oh. Holy shit. Damn. Oh, that's so cool. So okay, so we do get the sense of all right. Please let's not talk about summons and let's not get crazy. Okay, let's keep it kosher, keep it clean. So look, okay, yeah, I was right. That's so neat because this is essentially a gathering hub or a sort of celebratory arena with stands. That's very cool, and it's also cool that when we start the fight. Um, we start the fight and there's like this jumping as we jump up and land. So that's cool. That's so neat. Jesus. It's just like unrelenting because then you hear in the strings shun 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 shun. It's brutally intense, uh, really powerful stuff. I just want to fast forward just a little bit. So the weather, the elements change. I actually like this because it sounds like a torrential downpour. You know what I mean? That's really cool. All right, let's check out Milana. Oh, you just walk in and she's there. Wait, check out the mid bar change. The music goes wild with the boss. Oh yeah, okay. Oh. Holy shit. That's so cool. All right, so Rolana is interesting to me because Rolana is super slow, or super fast, but the music is slow. because I find it interesting because I also want to change the video, but what I find really brutal about this is that uh, essentially what ends up happening with her is that she really is a fallen knight, or like a sworn protector, or um, I find it interesting that we're slow, even though she's fast and brutal and dangerous. You know what I mean? That's pretty interesting and cool to me. Um, I just want to make sure that I grab another. Here, this is. I'll skip the book info.
Go home, Dad, please.
Okay, let's lead. Let's fix that. This isn't everybody. Okay. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Well, I guess yeah. No, let's go to Mesmer. Oh, Rolana's second phase. You're right. Oh my god. What? Why did she get the Pontiff Sullivan swords? I don't understand. That's so fascinating. It's like fascinating. Fascinating that she would get that. I don't know if that's like a reference that they did on purpose or what. And see, when she does her swords, when she gets the swords, it becomes it's insane. She's Mesmer's girlfriend. Oh, one to the moon and one to Mesmer. Ah, Mesmer. I see. Okay, cool. All right. And yes, I know I missed some things. We'll go back. I want to just watch Mesmer.
Mongrel intruder. That tongueless, it seems. Was that truly lordship's action in one so bereft away? Yet, my purpose standeth unchanged. Those stripped of the grace
That's sick.
shall all meet death.
Dude, his moveset is wild. What the fuck is his range? Okay, we can roll out of that pretty. Oh. So this first phase is full of anger and rage. Saw you in a mobile game. Are we really stooping that low? Let me ask you a question. First of all, why do you care? And second of all, why is it stooping low? Do you realize that I make $1 for every 1,000 views in this doing YouTube? Why? Why? Why does that have to be every time I see a comment about this? You don't want me to succeed. You don't want me to keep being able to make videos. It's very funny. It's very funny. Anyway, you know, if you respected me, you wouldn't make comments like that. So, you know. Fuck, this fucking spinner is insane. Jesus. It's so powerful because when you get that, that's where we really get the sense of loss. That's where we really get the sense that like Vesper's been fucking alone at the top of this tower. You know what I mean? And he's all by himself, and he's like continuing to do his fight, but he's abandoned. You know, it's crazy.
I will not suffer. I know the way to fly. No, mother, forgive me.
It's interesting that his eye is shaped in like the cross of where we find Radagon. Um, when we fight Radagon. So now he's breaking the protection from the thing that America put in there because he was afraid of it. And now his curse, the serpent god, right? America seals. And the choir like that, that's so sick. So this is also really amazing. So in context, what's absolutely stunning is that we go, which is what we had at the very beginning when we first see him, right? But now we get this like as the veil burns down, and we fucking like see Mesmer as he is, his true form, that fucking, you know what I mean? Like that's the thing that we experience, and that's why we get this like low male choir. You know what I mean? It's so powerful.
Tarnished.
So I said in my video that he's backed into a corner, and that's accurate because this is when he's like, you know what, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Wilt thou be taken in pause?
I do love. Sorry, I didn't mean to pause there, but it's really cool that him and Millennia have the same facial features.
Of the abyssal serpent, Schwan Movement.
Bro. So like, just all of this is so fucked. So it's interesting because then we get this blind rage ferocity that comes through, and the blind rage ferocity is stemming from him really feeling desperate and alone, and obviously he sees the tarnished and he recognizes his like sort of scope and all of this, right? And it's it is the brutality of the music is actually pretty subtle because um what I love about FromSoft music is the three dimensionality of the way that the characters are portrayed. And what have I always said? Maybe you don't remember, but like one of the key most important parts of FromSoft's music is the subtext. The subtext is everything in the music, right? So like, you gain so much insight into the characters we're fighting because of what their music is telling you. And the thing is, you may not be able to pick up on it because it's like a secret language. But everything that we're listening to in the music is directly connecting us to what Mesmer's feelings are. And that's the cool thing about fucking music. Is that, well, you shouldn't fuck music, but what I mean, excuse me, what I mean to say is that the music, the music is everything. The music is like the like visuals are really important in games, right? But but what is like the meat and potatoes or the like the cake, like the part that you want to eat is the what the fuck is this analogy? the the filling of okay, apple pie. The apple part is the music, and the crust, that's the visuals, right? The gameplay. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is how I see it. And everything in here, the filling, that's the subtext, right? That's how you eat. That's what fills you up. But it's subconscious because we're busy like eating the crust or whatever. Does this make sense? Anyway, I got really excited. I don't think it made any sense. Oh yeah, the double quarter pounder. I'm also skipping around videos because that one wasn't very good. But then you're all gonna freak out if I do this one because of the damn. Well, that's all. But I'll do this. What I should say, let me clarify. What I should say is that you need to eat all of it, right? It's not obviously like you can't play a video game if it doesn't have gameplay. You can't play a video game if it doesn't have gameplay. Of course, that's paramount. But what I'm saying is that subtext in music is like the good shit. You know what I mean? Like you need it. You need the subtext. You know what I mean? Also, guys, you have confirmed to me that I will never stream this because the amount of ganking and summons that I would use is absurd. I will not fucking stream this ever. The rage that you would turn on me with, no thanks.
A curse upon thee. Your clan suffering, their pain, all that they felt. Do you understand now? Your ugliness.
Whoa. So, holy shit. Thank you for that. Yeah, the music wasn't very good there. It was too quiet. Maybe we go back. Let's go back to the other guy, just because that's easier. And the music was actually loud there. Yeah. So what's cool about Bale is that Bale really okay, interesting. So we're in a giant field of red. Looks like Christmas. What do they call it? Um, looks like. Thank you for that. It looks like forget what they're called, the red Christmas flowers. Well, anyway, so this is interesting because he's flayed. So why does this guy hate Bale so much? Wait, set us. Wow. Ah, he's based on Moby Dick. Okay. This is fascinating. So Bale, what I said is accurate in that Bale is terrifying. Bale is actually probably one of the scariest. But you know what? Yeah, I would say it. I would say that Bale is actually one of the scariest bosses that we've ever fought. There is a blind, powerful, insane rage that it emits out of Bale, and certainly you can hear it. Holy fuck! Holy shit! Oh my god!
Bale the Dread. You support me no longer.
Also, the fact that Pietro's Knight, I haven't listened to his record, so that I want to make some deductions. I have seen a picture of the Pietro's Knight, so some giant skeleton. But what I find really interesting, what I find really interesting about Bale is how violent Bale's soundtrack is, as opposed to how placid, how Placidus X soundtrack is. Placidus X soundtrack, you really feel like, man, what an amazing fight, and you really get the sense that Placidus X is like this, not graceful, but sort of elegant, right? And and uh, and it's insane that violent undertones, whereas Placidus X, big, and the strings, if I recall correctly, are very open and very florid, and there's a lot of movement and stuff, but it's not sharp like Bale's. It's really cool because the two of them obviously clash. So I love that they have this scissoring, like I was doing earlier. This I should stop doing that. they have this antagonistic relationship against each other, even sonorally when you listen to their music. You know, that's cool. That's really cool. And it's cool that two of those heads were stuck to his back. Uh, all right, so I want to listen to the Putrescent Knight here. And the Skadu Tree Avatar. I have not seen the picture. This is Shadow Tree Avatar. Hi, Lori. Hey, gang. Welcome in. Um, the Shadow Tree Avatar. I've seen what it looks like. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome, Raiders. Hey, Laura. Thank you. Let's stop blizzing. All right, let's listen to this. I don't know what this sounds like. I know what it looks like, but I'm curious to get some sort of undertones in here. Thanks, Logan. Appreciate you. Oh, cool. It's like that. Why is the first phase so short? It's a 5-minute track. The first phase is so short. I love this track. There's so much movement, and there's actually like some legitimate melody writing in here, which is really, really satisfying. One of the things I really noticed was in the beginning here. This is a real. We're gonna deep dive here. Okay, so just stay tuned. We're gonna try to not talk too much. We'll talk. So when we start, it's explosive. But listen to that. We have a melody. Da 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 ba ba do. But um, but what I find really interesting is this. What is that saying? Oh, obviously there's a degree of sadness in there, but I find the sharpness pretty interesting too. But this is fun. Shut that. Oh, you catches you by surprise. Okay, interesting. My voice is amazing. Oh, my singing voice. Thank you. Okay, what's the second? Tremolos. Nice accent with the soprano singers up top. Tremolo as always. This feels much more like a dance. Yeah, can I just stop? So we actually hear a lot of. This is interesting. We hear a lot of descending down. That's pretty interesting. that tremolo swell into. Oh, cool. So this is interesting. I'm actually getting undertones here of beyond a desperate struggle. There's a sound quality. All right, I'm gonna go off because I know that this is like a sunflower. But hear me out. There's a sound quality in there that makes me feel as if there is some great tragedy that's befallen. Now, obviously, the whole fucking game is sort of depressing, and there's tragedy everywhere. But there's almost a sense that this was not the way it was supposed to be, and that the Shadow Tree Avatar was not supposed to engage us in combat. Whatever the notes are, there's a sound quality of. I said this in another video, but it's like you were the chosen one, Anakin. You were supposed to defeat the Sith, not join them. That's the sound. That's the kind of like driving sadness that I hear. It's like force. It's like what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what I mean? See, hear that distance? As we dive down, there's a little bit of a musical clash there. This is like wow. It's limping. It's a shadow of its former self. It has nothing left. You hear it in The Sopranos, especially. We really slow down now. There's decay. It's trying. It's trying. It says, no, wait, no. I can still keep going. I can still keep going. It's fine, right? It's like running out of breath. There's a sense of not being able to move. That's really powerful. Let's talk about that. Listen to the way these folks are singing. Right? So what's happening there? They're having a lift. 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 But what's actually happening is the lift is like just raising up a single. You know what I mean? There's still soul in there, a desperation, a desire, a want. I can't get there. Now we're having doubling in the strings. So the strings in the Sopranos are doubling in together. Thank you, Raiders. I appreciate you, by the way. I think it's really powerful to have the viola, no, the cello re-emphasize what the Sopranos are singing. And this is it's almost like watching something beautiful and something really omnipotent or something really that was like I really like that last little lick here because it really felt like we were watching something that was so pristine and so pure lose itself in front of us, right? Especially in the way that rhythm keeps moving. Right? That's pretty cool. All right, so next, we'll watch that later. Let's go with the Putrescent Knight. Is Cthulhu in here? Hold on. Is Cthulhu in here? Well, I don't see Cthulhu. I don't see Cthulhu. So it's dark. Yeah. I love these. I like these strings. Let's do a video reaction for Midra. You're in luck. There's one on the channel right now. I'm just taking notes. Nice harmony there with the soprano. Harp again. What does the harp represent, chat? Tell me what the harp represents. What does the harp represent to you? So he's obviously on a horse. I think I've seen this though, so I wouldn't count that as a noise. Doubling. There's doubling in here as well. Doubling is really important. Wow. Oh my god. This is so fucking good. What's up, Sophia? How you doing? Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. This has got to be. This has to do with Mikla or America. There's something really powerful in here, man, guys. This is easily one of my favorite. If the, this is my second favorite. If the Promised Consort is my favorite of this DLC, the Putrescent Knight is actually my. I'm so glad we listened to it. I love this track. So first of all, we have a lot of building, repeating, and growth, and it's unrelenting, right? But we have this celestial voice. Okay, so think about the harp. The harp is angelic sound. Harp in almost anything when it comes to opera, classical music, whatever, is a sense of purity, is a sense of celestial voice. We see this all the time in classical music. And so that's really important because, okay, so it looks like it has to do with Saint Trina, which I don't know what that is. I don't know what Saint Trina is, but, or what is Saint Trina. But there's a purity, innocence, and vulnerability in that, right? But what's really cool is that we have this constant undulating rhythm underneath, which which symbolizes um, it symbolizes the putrescent knight. I think he's on a horse. If I saw like the purple landscape, and I was like, oh fuck, I should have watched this. So that's why I didn't do it a reaction to it because I would have been faking it. And I don't want to do that. So there's a quality in this of heroicism. Now, if I remember correctly, the putrescent knight is literally just a skeleton. But what I find really interesting is how loyal that putrescent knight is to Citrina or whatever. There's the mixture of the heroicism in the forward momentum and with the positive soundscape that we're hearing because it's not oppressive. It's not like Bale. It's not like Mesmer. It's not like the Shadow Triad. The fuck I keep calling it the Shadow Triadatar. What we are hearing is almost a sense of loyal enthusiasm towards whatever object, right? And so what's really also really neat is that the soprano and that sound quality bounce off of each other so beautifully. And that is a track I would play for a non-gamer reacts video. Oh my god, thanks, McWalnut. I appreciate that. $50, I appreciate you. Thank you. So, all that to say, that's really fucking cool. That and the Promised Consort are the two pieces moving forward, and the Lord of Friends of Flame that I would play for non-gamers because that was delicious musically. All right, let's pivot back to watching some content. Let's see here. Skip Romina for now. Actually, yeah, let's go to Putrescent Knight since we're right here. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Is the skeleton of a horse morphed into a knight riding atop its skin, which has been filled with putrescence? What the fuck? The harp is exceptional. I really gotta tell you, the harp is exceptional in this. The way that the harp is played is fucking fantastic. It's so majestic, and it's so like a symbol of hope and light and peace. Every time you hear a fucking harp in any game ever from now on, sorry for swearing, I want you to understand that that's what it means. I would say nearly every single time. Okay. What the fuck? So wait. Oh, and I'm so sorry. There was a rolling quality in here that you freaking hear in this theme. And this guy is rolling. Ew, is that its? It really is its skin. Ew, it's like hanging off. Ew. Man, fuck this guy. Another reason I will never play this music. Holy shit. Oh, that. Oh. people drank the sleep potion and they all died around her and then they turned into ugh. Also, yeah, it doesn't make thank you. Okay, cool. Let's check out Romina Saint of the Blood. You know, I find the somber quality in I find the somber soundscape in Romina of the Bud to be very interesting to me. Now, first of all, this is fucking disgusting. But more so than that, what I find really interesting is the. Actually, I'm getting like grossed out just like looking at it. But I find it interesting the somber nature of of the music. Like it's like that melodic pattern is pretty like gentle actually. Thanks, Q Dog. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wow. Oh wow. So this is fascinating. So it's wrapped up and coiled around her. Why did she? Why did she? Why is she two in one? Was that something she did to herself that she's intertwined with the two extremities of two different things? She's like, oh my god, she gives you scarlet rot. You know, what's also cool is that and that soundscape is actually like a dance. It's actually a dance. I love that you're referencing Queelag because that's my friend. That's my friend who does Elden Ring lore videos and look at all these fucking Scarlet Rot butterflies. Thank you. Oh, double healing. Oh my god. What? Wow. Oh, that's so cool. So this is something I didn't catch in my discussion of the music before watching the context, but so when we have that spinning motion, what we're getting is spinning in the action, which is really cool. So when she spins like that, you also get a little bit of delicate. Another thing I missed. The delicateness comes from the butterflies. Of course, it's all I'm making it up. I have no idea if that's true or not. What I'm proposing is that. But I found that that's really interesting as well. And that's these are again the little details based on the subtext. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the parallels between Romina and Millennia are really obvious. But it's cool that a lot of these little things. It's weird. There's almost like a femininity in Romina. You know what I mean? But like these little details, again, chat, I'm telling you, like go fucking ham. When you listen to this shit, I know I'm preaching a lot today, but I'm hyped up, I'm hyper, I'm grateful for you, I'm excited. So like one of the things that you really need to do is think about this music, play the gameplay, experience it, and then go and listen to the music, and really think about why certain things sound the way they do. Why would this sound feminine? Is it because Romina is effeminate? I don't know. Is it because of the butterflies? What's with the what's with the spinning? Is it because she spins? You gotta think about that stuff because it's so interesting. You know what I mean? So anyway. And then listen to this. You hear that chaos? That chaos is easily the way that she's spinning. The way that she's spinning. So the way that she's spinning is also chaos. Make my job obsolete. Like learn and study music through your favorite medium, which is video games. Get out of here and be like, Marco Meatball's canceled. That's all I want. I want all of you to be like, duh, Marco, you missed this. Don't. I would love to be here for like 30 more years of this song. I love the frenzy in this. It's interesting to use the heavy brass there, like Dragon Ball Mouse. Yeah, I find that really interesting. Sorry, that's actually weirdly the most interesting fight. I mean, the Mesmer fight was interesting too, and the other ones, but so I like how da 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 da. That's really cool because what we're getting is that explosive butterfly action again. It could just be the way it's timed, right? But I think it's so interesting that we do end up hearing that desperation right here. It's almost like this is the Scarlet Rot, right? I love that idea. I love the thought process around the fact that these butterflies spreading out while we have that sha ra da 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 that symbolizes Scarlet Rot to me. That's kind of cool. Man, the Millennia reference is actually fantastic, though. And it's also like, you know what it's really cool about that melody too? Is that obviously those of us that have played Elden Ring and have heard that fucking melody for at least 6 hours. Mine was 6 hours. Those of you that saw that stream 2 years ago, that was 6 hours. But what I find really interesting is that what ends up happening musically is we have this big gap where it's oh, and then you hear the upper register. You hear da da ya da do, ya da da do. So not only is it a reference, but it's an isolated reference, which is actually more exciting because what we're doing is we're really the composers. Who composed this one? It was Tsukasa Saito. Saito-san decided to be like, you know what? Let's completely isolate the Millennia motif, stick it up top, so that the listener's like, I know exactly what that is. That's cool. I love it. All right, let's listen to this kind of guys. I'll take out. Let's see what the Skadu tree avatar notes. I know it's. Yeah. Holy shit. Oh fuck this, dude. Yeah, I really love the ferocity in that. And the way that the strings are really sharp, which is so satisfying. Oh, it's a giant sunflower. Yeah, actually, you made a really skadooshi. That's Someone made a really good point. Who was it? I'm not sure. Oh, Nick Solu said, "What if it's the Scarlet Rot theme to begin with, and not related to?" There's a theory that she embraced the Scarlet Rot and called it that why her ability are bright pink instead of. Oh yeah, that's totally possible. That's really interesting. It could be the Scarlet Rot motif, and the motif actually. So motifs, light motifs, that would make a lot of sense. And it's also coordinated and related to the idea of Wagner. Wagner's whole like thought process was, let's have musical motifs based on specific characters, places, and things. So when you listen to the Valhalla theme, it's the theme for Valhalla. When you listen to Wotan's theme, it's Wotan's theme. When you listen to the Rainbow Bridge to Valhalla, you hear the Rainbow Bridge motif. So Lova's theme, same thing. So motifs are really, really cool, and that's actually a great idea that it could be the actual motif of the fucking Scarlet Rot. That's really cool. Everybody praise. Who was it? Nicolot. Praise. Praise Caducey. Everybody praise Nick Solu. So, all right, let me just fast forward to the third place. Oh, slowing down quite a bit. Cool. Is it anybody's birthday today, by the way? Oh, before we get to meet her. Is it anybody's birthday? Going once, going twice, going three times, waiting. That's chewing her bone right outside the door. It's hilarious. Nobody's birthday. Man. Okay. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Super Mantis, it's actually Super Mantis' birthday today. And it looks like in 5 minutes, Reaper of Things is also my birthday. Happy birthday. No, but my auntie died? Jesus, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. Not fun. Very sad. Alright, let's listen to Midra Lord Plain. And you haven't reacted at all as yet? So, we'll get there. Sorry to hear that. Okay, let's go.
Depths of your foolishness!
Well, definitely a desperation there. Wait, hold on.
Depths of your foolishness!
Total desperation. Wow, look at this cinematography.
I have endured more than enough.
I've endured more than enough.
I ask you forgive me,
Who's Nanaya?
dearest Nanaya.
She wanted him to impress. Impressed. She wanted. She wanted him to impress. Fuck. She wanted him to embrace. No. She wanted him to embrace the Lord Nancy Flame. Jesus. Oh, priest. Oh, the Nancy Flame are the ones that wear the red robes, right? I love that. I love that foul chant. I love that foul chant. That's foul. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm sorry. Shit about the word. That's fantastic. That is like such the opposite of like praising Jesus Christ or something. You know, this is like, hello, I am the Lord of Frenzy Flame. Holy shit. Rubbish. Yeah, I told you. What? That covers the entire field? It's got Lady Maria vibes, actually. I love the veracity in the strings. It's fucking sick. Oh man, also worth noting again is the incredible crunch in the violins. You feel that like real like, you know? I just want to hear the like the second half because the second half goes hard as fuck. So. Yeah, let's watch Monk Call. Wait. The strings. I mean, I'm sorry, but this theme is fucking ridiculous. That's fun. It's so good. Also, chat, really, it's gonna be okay, guys. I appreciate you. Uh, but seriously, the incredible pulsation in the brass, that is like such like primordial, insane shit. It's so good. With the dissonance and the violin on top. And it's just a waltz. It's a fucking waltz. Holy shit. Bro, Unwell is insane. I actually do want to watch this. Um, that's crazy. I think, yeah, I actually do want to check out the merchant theme because you're telling me that there's a motif that I missed. So it's important for me to hear that. Song of Despair? That's one of the things I want to do that. Although Alex Rose, great. Oh no, I've never heard this. I have not. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, I don't do remixes because that's not like this is stuff that's in the game. That is a remix that Alex did. So if I do that, then I don't want him to like copyright me in any way. So I'm just playing stuff that I would hear in the game anyway or see in the game. So it's what I find really interesting about this song, even just that one pass, is that this is truly just the soundscape of like a very casual song. Like it's a song. Obviously, it's a song of despair, but it is a song of like it's a song that you would sing while working. You know what I mean? Um, oh, taught them the music to calm down the frenzied flame. They were taught that song by Saint Trina to keep them sane from the flame of frenzy. Ah, okay. So, oh shit. So that's when we unleash the calmness. Damn. Wow. Wow. Whoa. That's really cool. Holy shit. So this theme is really positive. So Saint Trina again, Trina has produced now twice. We've heard peaceful, beautiful music from Trina. The idea of a harp and a peaceful quality, right? So here we get a soundscape of peace and of beauty, something that you would hear, anywhere, a Neapolitan song or something, right? But then, let me hear if I can hear it in. Yeah. Enjoy your leg day. I see. So this is really cool because this is with the male choir in here ripping. That's essentially saying like fuck the peace, fuck whatever. We're just diving in, and okay, well, Okay, so apparently that person. Okay, Trina doesn't have anything. Point being that there's a brutality in that because they're unfettered, because they are no longer further back, because they're not containing themselves anymore. All right, there. It's like saying, hey, remember me? You could possibly, because it's further back in the mix and because it's just a few directly pulled from that one theme we just heard, it's like saying, like, oh God, I'm still in here, help me. Oh well. You know what I mean? That's pretty, that's sick. That's super sick. Um, okay. Oh shit. Okay. All right. This is all right. We have to listen to. All right. I only have I have 15, 20 more minutes. So let's get some Mother of Fingers in here. I've seen this, so I know it's just a giant fucking hand. But I want to listen. That's so funny. So this is really, really, really. The sound quality is absolutely celestial and absolutely religious and like otherworldly and bigger than anything else. You know what I mean? It's like it's huge and it's like a god and we're in this like vast space. You know what I mean? Cosmic horror, yeah. Elder's older sister. You know, it reminds me a lot of Ebrietas of the Cosmos, which is really interesting. There's a little bit of Ebrietas of the Cosmos. That's pretty cool. I really, again, the sopranos having these whole notes and having these open vowels really get the sense of space and the vast. That's how those are the clues. I just want you to know the big space. Also, Redbone. I've already done a video on those united in the common cause. I would highly recommend you go listen to it. You can go right now. Even. Interesting. That's huge. That's huge. Also, mind you, that's really amazing. Right? So you get right coming into space, from space into the world. That's kind of funny. It's sort of like an interesting musical thing you could consider as a musical gesture. Big up top, landing that comet into the ground. You know what I mean? Oh man, the planets, the twinkling of the stars. That sounds like the planets. A little bit of dissonance though. Whoa! Wow, that's cool. It's huge. So wow, in the timpani in the background, so there's no discernible melody because it's not supposed to be about melody because we lock into melody. As humans, we identify with melody. Melody is like a channel from this is the, our soul is connected to melody. Melody, earworms, things that we can latch onto, the way that phrase structure works, broadly speaking, I don't want to speak in absolutes because that's impossible, and everybody reacts and responds to music. Uh, Music, it's a really interesting thing because there's so much that goes into music, and it's not just what we perceive of as Western music. There's such a wide variety of music, but either way, music and hitting things and banging things together to make drum sounds or whatever, even probably in the prehistoric Paleolithic era, I don't know, someone in here is a Paleolithic scholar, but all that to say, like, we've always been sort of drawn to creation and music, I would assume. And, especially if we look at like the history of opera, it's basically opera was created as a way to revive the Greek tragedy that they would do back in the Greek time period. What's it called? Anyway, uh, point being what? I was careful of how I worded that so much so that I forgot my point. Point being that fuck shit. Anyway, all that to say, like the vastness. There's no melody here. There's no melody here, and because there's no melody, there's nothing we can latch onto, and so it creates a sense of vastness, wonder, fear, terror, because there's nothing that we can hold onto and say, well, this is. I connect to this. This is beautiful, powerful, like not effervescent, but beautiful, powerful, dangerous, and because it's so wide, we can't attach ourselves to it, and it's foreign. It's scary. You know what I mean? Anyway, hope that makes sense. The fade out for phase two is interesting. That's so wide. It's fascinating to me, and I'll tell you why. What I find really, really cool about this is I've already listened to Shadow Tree, by the way, if you just want to scroll backward. What I think really cool and really beautiful about this is that a lot of you are saying that it sounds like a black hole, and totally. And what I think is really interesting is that there's nothing for us to latch onto in a really like amorphous way, right? So it's like there's a melody that wants to come across, and I kept waiting for like an Elden Beast melody to sort of pop in, but it didn't. It didn't. And there's just this empty sound space uh, that doesn't ebb and flow, which is the interesting part to me. Doesn't ebb and flow like the stuff that we hear in the ambient music. So we get this wide open space, which is bordering on ambient and sound effect. So it's like it's really interesting. It actually reminds me of the there's that track I listened to. If you haven't watched this video, don't feel obligated to. But there's a video about ranking the worst video game songs of all time, and I'm planning on doing a ranking the best video game songs of all time. It's going to be I'm trying to make it a series because I think ranking is kind of fun, even though it's completely arbitrary. It doesn't matter. But what's really cool is this reminds me of a mixture of the Mother 3 theme, the whatever, one of the tracks, which is just one voice over and over and over. And I was like, this doesn't really count as music. And it's interesting. Do you think that this is music, this second half, or do you think it becomes devoid of music because it can't be music, right? Like, is it like, you know what I'm asking? Is it like, do you feel like this is music, or do you feel like this is ambient sound effect that is almost, yeah, I guess, that is almost replacing the melodic pattern, so it becomes a soundscape? Yes, okay, yeah, I think it's more of a soundscape, sure. Isn't that so effective though? Because it differentiates itself from the other themes, which is really cool. Again, these are the questions that I want you to start asking yourself. You know what I mean? And unabashed emptiness, absolutely. Ambient music, totally. Things are music when you try to listen to them. You can. It's true. It's true. It's true. I love this. I love this, all of you, because I think this is really, really fun. And I decided to go into a more educational perspective with the Shadow of the Air Tree stuff because I love your passion. I love how enthusiastic you are about this music, especially because this music is so classically based. I get excited about it. And so asking you questions like this, I would love it for you to take these questions away and think about some of this stuff on your own. You know what I mean? So we're going to listen to St. Trina, then we're going to go watch The Promised Consort and Mother of Fingers. Is a dog barking music? These are interesting questions. And the reason why I asked this is because there's a composer, John Cage. Did you ever see 4 minutes and 45 seconds? Have you ever seen that? It's literally a pianist. They go, they sit at the piano, and they don't play. Right? So who's to say that the noises that we hear around us is not music? And that was the point that John Cage was making. Music could be the sound of the fucking air conditioner, if that's how it feels to you, or me talking to you, or whatever. So all I'm saying is, like, these are the complicated and interesting and beautiful things about music that make everything interesting and make things so fascinating to explore. Is mayonnaise an instrument? It could be. That's the noise it makes. Yeah, it could absolutely be music. I don't know. Let's listen to St. Trina. I really expected. All right. So first of all, sorry for being unhinged. This is what happens when I'm excited. Um, I'm professional. I was expecting St. Trina's music with the harp and everything to be very, very beautiful, but instead, what we're getting is a sound of actual danger, and a sound of missed opportunity, and a sound of of desolateness, and a sound of yeah of collapse. Again, the harp represents the celestial voice. Oh yes, I hope those yes. See them slide up like that? That's an empty promise. My pleasure. Beautiful swell into that thing. Pulls right back. It's like, please. Right? And then that cello gets the emphasis. Then that sound of decay. It doesn't fucking resolve. It doesn't resolve. Do you see that? Do you hear this? Listen. Sorry, I'm yelling. No. Listen to how it doesn't resolve. It should go. Da, da. It doesn't resolve. That's so important. It doesn't resolve, chat. That's a huge deal. Because based on what you're reading, everything is over for St. Trina. She's lost everything. It's like, not to be dramatic. She's lost everything. It doesn't resolve. And also, there's like a little moment of gasp. This is the cool thing that I used to do in opera. We used to sit down and be like, okay, well, why is all the stuff I do with you is what I used to do by myself with opera. So it's so much fun to do it with people that are curious. So your enthusiasm for music is wonderful. Listen to this. Oh, no, sorry. Is it here? Yeah, right here. Listen to this. Listen to the swell. We have it a couple times, but this is breath, right? This is breath. And then a release. You hear that? That's so palpable. What a gorgeous piece. What a gorgeous piece. What a gorgeous piece. That's really.
Nicholas prison. The cage to infinity is beyond saving.
You do that 3 times.
You can grant him forgiveness.
It's his alter ego. Okay, hold on. I'll watch that later. Oh, please hold. First of all, what an incredible creator. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? So I quickly saw this when I was like, okay, I saw what it looks like, but I didn't realize you saw the like thumb, like the fingerprint. Have I been into playing video games myself? Chat, let them know. I play way too many video games. I've been playing video games since I was 7. I've yeah, I've played video games a lot. Oh my god, even the even the theme. Flicks. It's almost like when we remove music, it almost becomes like a desperation. It almost makes it sound like Mateer is like whoa 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 whoa. Huh? You know what I mean? So like actually removing the music, yes, we do get that black hole essence, but we actually also get this sound quality of. It's weird because there's nothing, and yet it it's insane. Like how could a god be felled by the tarnish or you know that's really 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 cool. Okay, so I'm going to see. Yes. Now I've watched several streamers play this fight now and like YouTube videos about it, but like first of all, like imagery wise, uh, I really am just blown away by all of this, right? And just seeing Radon. Oh wait, you know what? There's a cutscene. For a second.
My loyal blade and champion of the festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song. Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
It's fucked up that Mikola was like, I know you didn't want to do this, but you don't have a choice. There's the motif. And that's so heroic. Alright, this is the middle.
Lord brother, at long last you are returned.
Again, we're having the upper sopranos. The upper sopranos. This is super celestial. And then we get the juxtaposition between Mikola and Radon. Radon, strong male choir.
You have known sin, the queen of this world. Lead the path forward to us. In my promised consort, Radon.
Hold on, this is the ending, so I want to go back here. What I love about the male chorus in this is that we're like up close and personal with this. You know what I mean? Like we are directly face to face with Radon. With there's no barrier, there's no force, there's no nothing, there's no challenge, there's no battle of champions. This is me and you, and we're head to head, right? And we're like the true form. You know what I mean? I watched the video earlier of when he grabs you and he enchants you and you die after the second grab. It's crazy. Um, Thanks, Angel. I've done some blasphemous. I'll probably do more. But I just want to reiterate that this tenor section is so incredibly powerful. I want you to understand just how crazy high that is, and also how incredibly satisfying that is to experience, especially as a trained professional opera singer, as a tenor. That is some balls to the fucking wall, rip roaring singing. It is sick. It's absolutely absolutely sick, and I really just can't underestimate how overstate how cool this is musically. Right there. Because I also think too, like, just because I know this voice type, because that's what I am, that is heralding the triumph. That's heralding the arrival. That's heralding like Radon as a force of absolute nature, differently than in the lower voices. The upper voice is calling it out, causing you to pay attention to that, and it's basically just like a primal fucking scream. And that's the other thing. That's the other thing about singing with the tenor voice. The tenor is like, if I try, I'm probably gonna crack. But like, let's see. That's no joke. I don't know if I blew up. That is high as fuck, right? And it's all body. That requires every inch from top to bottom of fucking like just laying it on. And I want you to understand that just a tiny little corner of this piece shows and showcases all of the intensity that we hear. And that's it's really fucking cool. All right, let's skip to the. Let's skip to the. And I love the bells here. The bells absolutely just like create this insane quality of just heralding like the second coming. Um, it's crazy. Also, that was sick. And so the other thing that I thought about, the other thing I was really thinking about was the idea that we have two different sound qualities. We have the one sound quality um, that is celestial and elegant and playful in a, well, not really playful, but certainly elegant. And then on the back half of that, we have the crazy low. We have the cellos, and those strings are symbolizing Radon. So you still have, and I missed this when I talked about it in my previous video because I just go based off the feel. So there's right here actually you can kind of hear it. Do you notice that? Do you pick up on that? Do you hear that? There's a duality in the music, which is really satisfying and really cool. And then the boy comes in. That's the other crazy part. Is that then the boy choir comes in, the boy singer comes in, and that's when you get the real like, Nicola sound, right? There's more of that mix. Now we get Radon again. do love the pullback as well. Like the pullback when we, so obviously it's really intense, but the pullback where all we end up with is, oh my God. That's so pure, right? It's like so stunning, so simple. Oh, that, what the fuck? The Dawn theme comes through. That was mesmerizing to watch too. I don't know how Unbound does this, but it's crazy. Unbound's insane. I can't believe that. I wanted to stop a while ago, but like he's like they're so fascinating to watch. Listen, guys, I hope that you gain a lot more insight of this soundtrack and what you love. In terms of my favorite pieces, I think it's pretty obvious. Nidra, Putrescent Night, and Promised Consort are the three pieces I think of this DLC that and the Dancing Lion. Those four are truly just beautifully exceptional. And I really would encourage you and urge you as you play this and replay this and play other FromSoft games or whatever game you're playing to really my plea to you is to really sit down, play through the game with the context, enjoy the context. The context is there for a reason. But I would love for you to then take the music away from the context after experiencing it with the context. You can even keep it in your mind's eye, it's fine. And I want you to like just explore why you connect with a piece of music. Ask questions. What does this make me feel? What about this causes this sense that I feel? Right. So like continue the thread and see where you land. Not only will that help you with your musical literacy, but will also help you appreciate this piece both in and out of context, which is really important for you in general. I have had such an amazing time with you today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you've joined us late, thank you for coming in and feel free to watch the VOD. For those of you that are watching the VOD, thank you for watching the VOD. Thank you for supporting me on this 2-year journey with Elden Ring and for all the other FromSoft videos I've posted. You probably won't see too much Elden Ring on the channel. Eventually, I would like to play this at some point, but I will be seeing more Bloodborne. I'm really diving back into my Bloodborne phase. I feel it creeping up, so we may stream that here soon. But I just wanted to say again, one last time, thank you so much for supporting the channel, for your donations, for your comments, for your kindness, for your generosity, for your willingness to come along on this journey with me, listening to and discussing music, because it is so powerful and so important, especially in FromSoft music. And you have given me a voice that I'm very happy to share, and just immensely thank you for this. Okay, take care of yourselves, be well, enjoy the VOD, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.